Hello again, this is Linda Easton with Linda Easton Coaching, and we're going to talk today about an expansion on what we talked about yesterday, that ideal day that you have. And part of our touch with reality is, what is it we're actually doing? We created the ideal day first because I wanted you to think about, just dream about it. Dream about what my ideal, if I were really living the life, if I were really living the life of my business and having the day that I would love, that I'm creating my business for, essentially. Why are we in business? For ourselves? Because we want to be able to create our own day. We want to be able to have control of our lives. And so keep in mind that ideal day is just a snippet of, it's not every day looks like that, but the days that you're trying to work in your business and on your business, that's when you want to have that ideal day. So we're going to back up just a little bit, because now that you have that vision of what it could look like, I want you to think about everything that you have to do. And that's really the bottom line, is where the rubber meets the road, and how we get challenged getting those things done and creating that ideal day is that we don't have a good picture of what we're doing, and we just roll through the day. It's a habit changing thing, that what you've been doing may not have been working for you, and it's a slow evolution process. And many people have heard me use the phrase, changing the tire while the car is moving. So we're trying to grow a business while we're in the habits of what we were doing before. I don't know, what you were doing before you started your own business, but you had habits about that. And now you have to create a whole new habit. Now, granted, things are happening every day that are changing and evolving. And so being flexible, I like to call it being flexible. Being flexible with what you're learning and how you're using your time is really powerful. And you have to be more aware of how you're doing it and how you're spending your time, and assessing the value of that thing that you're doing before you can really make progress and really change your life and create that business that you got into business for, dreaming about. Okay? So today, what I'd like for you to do when we're done here, and this is going to be much briefer than yesterday's even, we're going to make a list, many lists actually, of everything that you do or have to do in your business and in your life. Because our life is, they're incorporated. When we're entrepreneurs and we're small business owners, they're all bundled together. So you have to be sure that you're, once again, in touch with reality about what it all is you're doing. So make a list that says business and a list that says personal. You'll notice I use these flip charts. I love using flip charts. It's very visual for me. I'm a very visual learner. I'm a very visual, tactile person, and I know that is part of my learning style and part of who I am. And so this may be speaking to many of you out there, that you're visual learners. But I also just like for you to see to see what we're talking about. I find when I'm seeing something, other than just hearing it, it has a bigger impact on me, and I'm hoping that is true for many of you as well. So that's why we're doing that. You're having auditory, you're having visual, and hopefully when you start writing your own, then you have that kinesthetic feeling as well. So know that it's very powerful to make your own lists. It affects your brain in so many ways, that not just like thinking about it or reading someone else's or whatever. You need to do this for yourself, and I think you'll find it a little bit challenging sometimes. So set aside, when we're done with this video and you've watched this, just take 10 minutes. Set that timer. Take 10 minutes and just push yourself to think of as many things as you possibly can in 10 minutes, and on both these lists, and just everything, whether it's a project, it can even be something that you need to get done. whatever your projects may be. I'm a gardener, so a lot of mine are outside. I need to move a pile of dirt. I need to transplant a plant. So things like that are bigger projects. And so that helps me, once I write all those down, it kind of helps me get an idea of how big maybe I have this dream of all this is going to happen, and you have to turn it into some reality and have a little talk with yourself about what's important right now. And everything has its time. In the Bible even it says everything has a season. So know that really applies to so many things in your life. Everything has a season. And right now, my time right now is creating these videos for the workshop that we're going to be doing on Monday, the webinar that you're going to hear about called Women Mean Business, where we're going to go into depth a lot more about how to make all this really fit together and make your business grow and be that ideal dream business that you want and that you're trying to live. So think about this. I just have here, phone your prospects, blog, meet with clients, pay the bills, invoice, post on social media, network, order and buy supplies. Now these things, as I step out of the screen, some of them bring in money. And so it's important to identify sometimes things that make money for you. And then on the other side is your personal stuff. And, this can be everything. I just started with, basics of do the dishes, do the laundry. We women, once again, as I say, we hear about these really successful men. You'll hear this theme that I'm going to be talking about more and more about why women are not succeeding at the levels in so many fields that men do, because we do more. There's just no way around it, people. We do more than men do. We do more in a day. We have more responsibilities in a day. And yes, men are starting to share, but let's face it, it's just we're not there yet. There's not a lot of equality in that sense. So know that, there's so many things that you do. And we're going to talk about, as time goes on, we're going to talk about these things that we're doing that we may want to hire people to do. And so get your head around that there may be things that you're doing now that you don't like doing, and that there may be people who could help you and that you can hire, and that'll change your life. So, but write down everything. I put get ready. Everybody takes longer to get ready than some people take longer than others, and et cetera, et cetera. You can see, once again, I'm in my work attire, and it didn't take me very long to get ready today. But know that just really just push yourself in that 10 minutes and make a really thorough list so that you have something to look back on as we go through these workshops. You're going to use that list more and more, and we're going to help you make the puzzle pieces fit so that you are designing the ideal life that you crave. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so honored that you're watching this video and that you're with us on this journey, and I totally honor you for what you're up to, and in whatever ways we can work together and support each other, because that's also what we women do, is we support each other and on a daily basis, and that's why we're creating this mastermind group coaching program. So thanks so much for your attention, and take that 10 minutes. I'll see you tomorrow on another video. This is Linda Easton with I was going to say Women Mean Business, but Women Mean Business in Linda Easton Coaching. Thanks so much.